I think it's aimed at our enemies. But Slag has a theory, as he just said, and here it is. I am very happy to present Slag's The Wartime Presidency, Part 7. Do you believe in Ghost in the Machine? About that cryptic video. This is a video released by the U.S. Army's 4th Psy-Op Group on May 3rd, 2022. There's lots going on here, and there is a huge proof in this video for Patel Patriots' Devolution series, one of the biggest yet. Let's take a look together. Introduction. Do you believe in Ghost? First, this is a slick, professionally produced short motion picture. This is on par with something Activision would produce for an installment of their Call of Duty franchise. It cost a lot of money to make, and I assume the money came from the U.S. Army's recruiting budget. Here's the odd thing. Clandestine Army units like this don't make recruiting material, because that material brings unwanted attention. Have you ever seen an official Delta Force recruiting video? Exactly. A visit to the 4th Psy-Ops Group's Army webpage will show the proclamation Verbum Vincit. Psy-Op is a difficult branch to research, so don't hesitate to reach out for help. Now they launched a YouTube channel and are making recruiting films. And a text message number to get more information? Something isn't adding up. The logical conclusion here is that this isn't a recruiting film. This is something else, like comms. Comms directed at whom? Us? No. But we are part of the comm. The overarching concepts here are 1, ghost, 2, ominous warning. We are going to talk about both throughout this article. The masked figure in the forest. This is the single most important image of the video because it's the key to understanding the whole thing and also to whom it's addressed. There's a creepy image of what appears to be a soldier wearing a white mask in a forest. Is this image meant to appear menacing and intimidating? You bet. But then something else occurred to me when I saw this image. What I see here is an unpainted mask used in Japanese No theater productions. Japanese No theater dates back to the 14th century and is still performed today. Unlike kabuki theater, where the actors use face paint, No theater is performed wearing masks. It's hard to make out, but I see 2 possibilities for a character. 1, a mask portraying a woman, specifically the character of Lady Rokujo. 2, a mask portraying Ayakashi. Both are interesting. In fact, this whole video is choreographed like a No theater production. This context of a No play is critical for understanding what's going on in this Psy-Op video. Keep that archetype of a No play in mind as you read. If the mask is a woman character, the color immediately jumps out. It's all white. In No theater, white equals nobility or royalty. By these terms, I mean actual nobility, kings and queens. Here's why that's significant. Lady Aoi. In this classical No play, Lady Aoi, the wife of the senior minister of the state Hikaru Kinji, is afflicted with an unexplainable illness. Her family believes that Lady Aoi is possessed by a demon, or a phantom, possessed by a phantom, and they bring a priestess in to try to identify the spirit, the evil spirit. The priestess is successful. The tormenting spirit is identified as the vengeful ghost of Lady Rokujo. Aoi. Thank you, Music and Fiction. The widow of a deceased crown prince and Hikaru Genji's current lover. Scorned and humiliated by her lover, by his favor of Lady Aoi, Lady Rokujo's jealousy took the form of Hayana and inflicted itself upon Lady Aoi. Now, I'm certain you've seen the Hayana character before, on a tattoo or anime film, perhaps. It's one of the most iconic images from Japanese culture. The Hayana is a vengeful Japanese spirit that attaches itself to a part of a person's soul who has been wronged, and then extracts revenge from the guilty party. If the mask is a female mask, I'm guessing the character is Lady Rokujo, and that's a powerful image of foreshadowing. Bad things are coming upon the guilty, specifically upon government officials. There's another possibility. The mask could also be an Ayakashi spirit. The Ayakashi can represent a wraith or a violent god in no theater. It can also represent the ghost of a warrior coming to extract revenge. If this mask is an Ayakashi, or if it is supposed to be Lady Rokujo, the underlying message is the same. A wrong has been committed by the world's royalty, and supernatural vengeance is coming upon the guilty. The choreography of this video is also very significant. There's a category of no theater that deals with gods, ghosts, spirits, and the supernatural. It's called Mugen no. And in addition to the supernatural content, these plays are characterized by their non-linear, y'all are going to get me on that word, non-linear plotline. This video spans multiple time periods and plot lines, switching between them at will in a storyline that reveals itself as the plot progresses. This part of the video encapsulates both principles, ghost and an ominous warning. The Ghost in the Machine. The phrase, Ghost in the Machine, was coined in 1949 by Gilbert Ryle, a lecturer at Oxford University in the field of philosophy. Appearing in his paper, Concept of Mind, The Ghost in the Machine refers to a description of dualism that was made popular by René Descartes. That's the origin of the term. But the origin is not relevant to our discussion. What's more relevant are the modern adaptations of the term ghost in the machine. To paraphrase Gilbert Ryle and also Arthur Koestler, the ghost in the machine refers to something ancient, primal, hardwired into the cortex, the lizard brain, brought to the surface of the psyche in times of extreme peril and ultimate failsafe. Taking a psychological survey of humanity, what do we see? We see many people awake and questioning the popular narrative. We are seeing a massive shift of power away from government and to the people. That shift is to the detriment of the elites and the benefit of the people. I see fourth psy-op involved in this. I see them telling us that they are influencing events. You see further evidence of this in the video. Anything we touch is a weapon. We can deceive, persuade, change, influence, inspire. We come in many forms. We are everywhere. This part of the warning I mentioned earlier. The creepy cartoon. The cartoon of the clown you see throughout this video is from a 1933 American animated film, Betty Boop in Snow White, by Dave Fleischer and Roland Crandall. You may view the clip used in the Ghost video below. I actually want to see this.
Folks, I'm going down to St. James Infirmary. See my baby there, she's stressed out all along my table. She's so sweet, so cold. God bless her, wherever she may be. She will search this wide world over, but she'll never find another sweet man like me. Now when I die, bury me in my straight leg breeches, put on a box back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain so you can let all the boys know I died standing pat. Then give me 6 rap shooting pallbearers. Let a chorus girl sing me a song. Put a red hot jazz band in the top man so we can raise hallelujah as we go along. Folks, now that you have heard my story, say boy, hand me over another shot of that blues. If anyone should ask you, tell them I got those St. James Infirmary blues.
The film depicts Betty Boop as Snow White, who the magic mirror declares to be fairest of them all. This puts Betty in mortal danger from the jealous queen. The queen dispatches 2 assassins, Bimbo and Coco, to take Betty's head. They disobey, and the queen extracts revenge on her disobedient minions. That's the scene you saw on the TV in the video. Coco the clown is turned into a ghost by the queen, who is now a witch. The easy meaning to pull from this is there's a struggle between good and evil, and good prevails in the end. Another is jealousy. Remember the no play Lady Aoi. The jealousy of Lady Rokujo playing a central role in that story, just like the jealousy of the queen does in Snow White. Another is the image of the television set on fire. For decades, television and media have been used by the elite to control the citizen. That control is coming to an end, and their system is burning down. Did the 4th Psy-Op Group light the match? Warfare is evolving. In the video, the text appears on the screen over a series of images. We see heavy cavalry during the European medieval period, mechanized infantry, what appears to be filming a propaganda video, someone typing at a keyboard, drone IR feed, IT specialist, a violent street protest, a smartphone for social media. What I see here is the evolution of combat from kinetic to 5th generation warfare. Listen up, digital soldiers. This part of the video is speaking to you. Remember the oath of the digital soldier. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God, where we go one, we go all. That's also the oath of office for commissioned officers in the United States Army, modified. What's the message? What are the orders? Simple. Dig, expose, recruit, lawfully protest, participate in the election process, bring lawsuits, run for office, and no matter what the swamp does, talk about whatever they're doing that's in violation of the Constitution of the United States. The fact that an official branch of the U.S. Army is suggesting this under the thinnest of veils is huge. This is the closest we've seen so far of official recognition of the digital soldier concept. And also do not forget the grave threat an awake and informed population poses to the elites of the world. This plot line serves as a warning to the elite. There are millions of digital soldiers throughout the world. Like I said earlier, we're not the target of the comms, but we are part of it. Look to the stars. I mean, this one is obvious. Can you say Space Force? The elites still appear as though they fail to grasp the significance of this branch of the US military. All I've seen from them so far is this is a joke or this is Trump's folly. I think it's a grave mistake not to take this new branch seriously. Fourth Psy-Op is all but spelling it out here that they work closely with Space Force. Fourth Psy-Op is based out of Fort Bragg, and that means Green Berets, Rangers, and Delta Force. There's serious muscle behind Fourth Psy-Op. You see this in the video, with images of Special Forces operators sneaking around a non-conventional battlefield. Today, there's also the vast capability of Space Force merged into this equation. Space Force and its integration with the land, sea, and air forces of the United States isn't a joke. Anyone who still thinks so is a fool. D-Day is coming. The U.S. Army just let us see the royal flush they're holding, and this is where I see devolution coming into play. Look at this image from the video. Just a ghost air freshener? No. It's far more than that, folks. Pop quiz. Who knows about the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops? This unit was a ruse set up by the Allies to trick the Wehrmacht right before the Normandy invasion on June 6, 1944. The Nazis bought the story, hook, line, and sinker. This unit prevented a concentration of German troops in Normandy, making D-Day a success and not a slaughter. Do you remember reading about inflatable tanks and wooden aircraft and General Parton leading the whole outfit? This was the iconic patch that was associated with the unit after the war. There's the patch. The patch's appearance in this video isn't an accident. The video's producers further reinforce this point with another image of the same operation. Yeah, I see that, JFNon. I think Slag needs to make an edit right there. All right. That's two men of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops pushing over an inflatable M4 Sherman tank. Stop and think about this for a minute and consider the following topics and images. Ghost stealing supernatural revenge. Active Psy-Op operation going on right now. A play in all the world's a stage. An ominous message to the world's elites. And now the U.S. Army is all but saying the Normandy invasion is coming soon. Folks, if the U.S. Army, their Psy-Ops unit, is tipping its hand like this, it's trolling on an epic scale. And it also tells me one other very important thing. Whatever the U.S. Army has planned, it's too late for the enemy to stop or prevent what's coming. D-Day is coming, folks. Now, are you seeing why this video is scaring the elites to death? Are we about to see another Operation Overlord flung against Fortress Europe to take down the Nazi rulers once and for all? So what to take from all of this? This was a message to the elites of the world. I know this because of the strong evidence I see of Mugen no Play that lasts 3.5 minutes. A masterful production. A story where a wrong has been committed by the world's elite, and that supernatural vengeance is coming, delivered at the hands of Ghost. Now, do I believe that ghosts are going to rise from the grave and extract revenge? No. But I remember this quote from the great author Arthur C. Clarke. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Loop Space Force into all of this, and you're going to see one hell of a show. And you just might see things that are considered to be science fiction. Oh yes, and there is one more fact about no plays that I'd like to mention. No theater productions were written and performed for Japan's ruling class. The rulers of the world have just been put on notice. Justice is coming for your past crimes. And be afraid of Ghost, because D-Day is coming. Until next time, boo.